Hello, YouTube. Welcome to my new channel. It's Queen Sheba here. I wanted to jump on really quick to talk about tdjakes. Bishop Jakes is currently under attack for a sermon that he recently preached where some folks feel like he attacked black women. I'm going to play a snippet of it and then I'll share my thoughts.
If Adam had not allowed Eve to pour into him, sin would have never come into the world. Sin came into the world because Adam broke the order. We were not designed to receive from women. Your self-esteem is compromised when you have to ask your wife for lunch money. I'm not saying you got to be rich. I'm not saying you got to be famous. I'm saying that you have got to be the one who pours in, not the one who takes out. When Adam started eating out of his wife's hand, sin came in because the divine order was broken. Women, be careful about pouring too much into us. We are designed to pour into you. You are designed to take what we pour into you and increase it and make it better. This breaks all sociological orders of the culture we're living in now. Because we are raising up women to be men. You are not applauded for your femininity. You are applauded in the contemporary society by how tough, rough, nasty, mean, aggressive, hateful, possessive you are, and you are climbing the corporate ladder, but we are losing our families. The conversation has become, let's prove to the men how dispensable they are. And it is born out of pain because we hurt you and betrayed you and lied to you and cheated to you, and you became like you became out of pain.
Did that hit home? Were there some very relevant points? Were there some things that triggered you? Did you agree? You weren't bothered? I'd love to hear what you have to say. Feel free to drop it in the comments and let's talk. So let me start off by saying this was a snippet of a sermon. And that snippet is now floating around on social media by the cancel culture. And they've played a portion of it. In my personal opinion, the goal is to incite anger, play off the emotions and the insecurities of black women. We have to be very careful about what we allow to penetrate our souls, ladies, without researching or checking under the hood. And, you know, if you're from the country or have any country experience, the old folks used to say, kick the tire and check under the hood. This is what happens when people share half-ass information. It can be very triggering. It can be very misleading, and it can incite, the word I'm looking for is resentment towards folks, right? When you don't have the full picture or the full background. And it was definitely meant to trigger black women. And some black men are actually using it, right, on social media to quote unquote put us in our place and remind us of what a woman's place is. But that's not what Bishop Jakes meant to do with this. This was a wake-up call, an accountability call for men to say you're out of order. And not only are you out of order, you are creating an imbalance within the family. You're causing the woman to have to step up, fill in the gaps, adopt this masculine energy, right? And not necessarily her persona, but her hustle, her work ethics. It ain't no way a woman's supposed to be working that hard, coming home to you and just being that tired. It's out of order. It's an imbalance, and it goes against the feminine principle. Our job is to receive love, to receive adoration. But this generation of men, it's a little bit different. And even he called it out. And what you heard is Bishop Jakes describing what happens to women when they're out of balance and they're forced to take on the primary role that a man should be responsible for. If anything, I feel like TD Jakes is probably one of the few men in power on a religious platform that are actually challenging men to step up, to be better, to heal themselves, to address the trauma, the childhood needs that went unfulfilled. And he's also challenging them to abandon their childish, insecure, boyish ways and start to pour into themselves, right? Because you really can't offer a woman anything if you're running on E, right? If your cup is empty, you really have nothing to pour. And ladies, if we keep it a buck, I think we can honestly say, if you think about it, we've all been there. We've all been stretched by a man. Somebody we knew we probably should not have been with. He was gapped, but we were going to fix him, save him, help him, pray for him, all of those things, right? We were going to fill in those gaps physically, emotionally, and spiritually. I'll stop there. That's just what I think about it. But hey, I'm just one person in this big, beautiful world. I would love to hear your thoughts. Men, if you're listening, I want to hear your thoughts. What do you think? But anywho, if we're going to play the sermon, then play it all so we can start making an impact and changing the ideology of the Black community, helping some of these young boys to understand their roles, these boys that don't have fathers in the home, that's expecting a woman to be his mother and his wife. Okay, let me stop there. Feel free to comment. And most certainly, if you enjoyed this rhetoric, this commentary, please give me likes. I'm new on YouTube, so any promotion that I can receive is greatly appreciated. All right. Thanks for tuning in.